let's create this in Figma. Let's take a frame. So let's add a field to 1%. Then let's add an effect. Background blur will go with the progressive, where I'll keep from start to 2 and end at 10. Then let's add our drop shadow. So drop shadow will be x will be 0, y should be 3, the blur should be 8, and the spread should be 0. And let's come up with 35, 35, 35 and make the opacity to 15%. So here you can see the difference. So let's add an inner shadow for that to make it more proper. So let's the position x as 0, the y as 2, let's keep the blur at 8 and the spread at 5, and same 35, 35, 35, your opacity is again 50. So let's add one more inner shadow where we will have 0 as an x position, y will be 0, blur will be 4, and right now let's add the color to white and let us keep at 15% opacity. So let's add one more where we can show our inner shadows, where it's 1, 1, this is will be 5, and let's keep the spread 0, and here come up with complete white where its opacity is 15. So let's add one more shadow for the x-axis, so that for the bottom side where we keep it in the minus position, where it's -1, y will be -3, the blur will be 5. So let's keep the spread as 0 and let us keep it 15. So right now here we have our glass effect ready right now. So let's add the drop the curves to 12, and now the main thing to make it more effective in a liquid form, let's add a triangle inside this frame. So let's adjust that to the center and keep the frame bigger than keep the triangle bigger than the frame, where it's should be filled with complete white with 1% effect. And let's add here the texture. So the texture size should be 100 and the radius should be something around 9, so that we can get a liquid effect. So we can check with this. If we want to increase this, we can check with 60. Yeah. And then let's add one more thing as a background blur, which is 4. Okay, so now you can see here the liquid. So right now I have added more texture to show. So right now you can reduce our radius to 9. So yeah, so you can see the difference. When I add to 20, the effect becomes more liquid effect, and let's keep it to 10. So now you can see this difference. Yeah, so this is our liquid effect ready. So let's add some data, this data inside this, so that we can keep it similar. So yeah, I have already made that. So let's add that and do some adjustments based on it. Yeah, sorry, based on that, let's make some adjustments, and voila, we have our. So let's increase much so that it's look more similar. Yeah, so right now it's ready. So you can see the liquid effect is ready.